Good evening and welcome to Virginia's Views and Vibes, and happy first day of summer. My guests this evening are two of the most entertaining men in Newton. Mike Callahan behind the mic, Oldies 103, streaming, a must hear, and Saturday night live at the Post, entertainment specialist, Newton lawyer, and culinary specialist, and mayoral candidate Al Chickenite. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us back again.
Thanks for having us, Jenny.
That's a big
always
intro.
A pleasure. Yeah,
It is. So let's talk about what's going on first with you, Mike. You've got a big summer coming up.
I do, yes. I'm going to be appearing at the St. Mary Carmen Society's 90th Annual Italian Festival, which is coming up in July 16th to the 20th.
Yep.
It's 5 nights of fun. They're going to have music. Oldies 103 is going to be there broadcasting live every night.
Every night?
Every night.
Oh, wow.
Yep, we're going to be playing music in between all the entertainment that's going to be on stage. We're going to be doing some raffles. We're going to be raffling off Oldies 103 t-shirts, gift cards to local businesses, and our grand prize is a pair of Red Sox tickets.
No way. That's awesome. And it's off of Watertown Street?
Yeah, it's
Some
on
people may
Hawthorne
know.
Street, 11 Hawthorne Street.
11 Hawthorne Street. And you walk down Hawthorne Street, and then the park is right. What's the name of that park?
It's Pellegrini Park.
Pellegrini Park. And I think there's, you're going to have a big week there because you've got a lot of entertainment coming. And the rides, and who else? Di Pasquale Sausage.
Yep.
Um,
I think Uncle Joey's Cannolis will be there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And don't forget Fatty with his cohogs
Yep.
and Yorkies.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's going to be great.
Yep. Our booth is going to be right next to the stage,
Oh, good.
and you can. We're right off the entrance, so you can't miss us.
Now, will you take requests there?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. What kind, aside from taking requests, what are you going to do? What genre? Like 50s?
It's 50s, 60s, and 70s.
70s. And so if we pass you notes for requests, we can do that.
Absolutely. And we'll give you a shout out and your name, and we'll give you the request.
There's a lot of sponsors. I wrote for that event. I actually wrote them down. I'm not sure I want to start to list them, only because there's probably 25 or 30, honestly. And if I skip one, then I don't want to do that. But there's so many local businesses that are helping to sponsor this. And it's the 90th St. Mary Carmen Festa. They're very active. Are you a member, either of you members in St. Mary Carmen's? You must be.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. But
Wow.
I've been. I know people that are in the society. The vice
Turkey
president.
Poya, right?
Yep. I know him. I know Frank Batista,
Okay.
who's the president.
Okay.
Really nice guy. We've started a tradition, actually, that every night he's going to get up and get the crowd singing to Dean Martin's That's Amore.
Oh, really?
Yep. We started that tradition 3 years ago. This is our third time being the official soundtrack to the festival.
No way. So what time would that be? Like 6?
It's 5 to 11 each night.
So 5 o'clock he'll get up, and everyone will sing along with That's Amore. Do you know the words to that?
I know the words to it.
Do you know the words?
I know some of them. Yeah. No, I couldn't go from the beginning to the end without
All right,
relying on
I'm
somebody.
going to test you. You want to try and sing it?
All right.
All right, you ready? You want to try? Ready? I'm going to cover my mic. I'm going to cover my mic. That is really cool, though. Okay, ready?
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore.
You get that part, Al. That's amore.
Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, like a gay tarantella. Hearts will play, tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay.
Something. Very good. But you will hear that in full at the Festa every night at 5 o'clock, opening by Frank Batista.
Yep.
And then Carl Pascarosa is involved in that. Probably Fatty Pellegrini.
Yep.
Jimmy.
Everyone's favorite Sergeant at Arms, Mike Mazzola.
Mike Mazzola. Okay. Let's see who else. I have to think. Now
Larry
there's a
Bearfield.
women's chapter, right?
Yeah, there's a female chapter.
That just started a couple of years ago? Mm-hmm. So who's president of that? Do you know?
I believe it's Chucky Poirier's daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, Aria, I think her name is, right?
Aria.
I
Okay. And do you have to be from the Nonantum to join that? Do you know?
don't think so.
Not
I'm
even
not
the
sure.
society? Probably not. How do either one of you know the society, why it started, and a little history on that? No.
No.
That makes two of us right now. Do you?
I know that they just help organizations and families in need
Yeah.
because they're a nonprofit.
Okay.
And it started 90 years ago, and I think, I'm not sure if Pat Pellegrini started it or who started it. But it could have been,
Yeah. That's a
Independent, I
question
believe.
I will answer on the next show. And if anyone wants to either go on my show page or email me at virginiagardner@aol.com, first one who emails me with the answer to that wins a mug. These fabulous Makes Your Morning Great Virginia's Views and Vibes mug. So from there, you also are doing another spectacular event at the Saturday Night Live in Nonantum,
Yep.
Post 440.
on August 2nd, we're going to have the Fun Beach Party Bash.
Yeah.
That's going to be from 8 to 11:30. Tickets are $10 at the door, and all proceeds benefit the veterans.
That's right. That's right. And it's going to be fun. We're kind of doing a little different. You can wear beach attire, flip-flops. I'd keep away from thongs and bikinis.
So no itsy bitsy teeny
No
weeny
itsy
yellow-
bitsy teeny weenies. We don't want it rated. But you can wear, beach dress or short shorts or halter tops. Well, that's okay, right? But
Yeah,
no,
that's fine.
no,
Yeah.
that's fine. You approve.
Yeah.
And then I would ask, please no thongs. But anyway, and that'll be fun because I think what we're kind of planning is we're going to do sandwiches. It's going to be like beach blanket sandwiches, towels on the table maybe, and then we will supplement some pizza because we have to have pizza. And probably that's it. Potato chips. I'm going to make peanut butter and jelly and fluff sandwiches. I think that's what I used to have at the beach.
I haven't had a fluff sandwich in years. Yeah. I remember having them as a kid, but it's been at least 30 years since I've had one, probably.
No way. Wow, well, maybe the DJ should win a thing of fluff. That's my favorite. So let's get back to the 103.3, no, 103,
Yep.
streaming FM, oldies. When did you start doing that?
I started it on 2020 when I was furloughed from work during COVID.
Really? Yep.
In
Wow.
2018, I was given some of the old jingles. So I first started as a podcast, and I recorded 52-hour-long podcasts.
Can we still get them?
Yep, you can still get them. They're on archive.org.
Archive.org, okay. Wow. So you started in 2020 because of COVID.
Yep.
A career from COVID, another one. And how long are they?
So they're 1 hour long.
1 hour, okay. Wow. And do you remember the first song you played there?
Yeah, Tequila by the Champs.
I don't know the words to that, I just know.
There's only one
There's
word,
only one
tequila,
word, yeah.
3
Tequila.
times.
Yeah. It's my karaoke go-to.
I like that. Karaoke go-to. Well, do you do karaoke?
I don't have the setup for karaoke
No.
as of yet, but I have done karaoke myself.
Yeah, really? Now, would you do a sing-along? Because that night, would you play a song and we could sing along?
Yep.
Because the Lalas are from the Post 440. The Lalas are the American Legion Auxiliary. We're all ladies in this group. And we do backup singing for Kevin Mack when he needs us, which is almost never. And we do backup music for his granddaughter, Nora, when she's in town. And we've told her when she hits it big, she needs to remember the Lalas because we're not great, but we're not good. But we can dance.
Have you tried to check about performing at the Festa?
I'm not sure the Festa's ready for the Lalas. but we will dance. I'm sure we'll dance, but I don't think the fest is ready for the Lalas at all. I think some of the Italian grandparents would be rolling in their graves if they saw heard the Lalas. But we do a great, not really, job. We do. So we'll be the Lalas may do a song, a sing-along. Maybe you could think about that. What song at the Saturday Night Live, August 2nd, post 440, that could be a sing-along, and the Lalas could sort of lead it. That might be a song to work on. That's my request.
Okay.
Well, since
right.
it's the fun beach party, how about fun till her daddy took her T-bird away?
Yeah, I love that song.
That's a great sing-along song. Any Beach Boys song is a great sing-along
Yeah.
song.
So now, when you're not doing streaming, you have a regular job. So that's the other one. Your job doing oldies is way more fun. So you've been doing this since 2021. Your own
2020.
stream. Yeah, 2020.
Yep.
Okay, your own streaming. What made you get into that field? What made you do it?
I've always wanted to
It's
be on the
tough.
radio.
Really?
Yeah, radio is really tough. So ever since I was little, I was always calling up Oldies 103, requesting songs, getting heard on the radio. And I knew from then on that I always wanted to be on the radio. So I went to college. I went to Dean College,
Yep.
and I majored in radio. I had my own radio show. And then after I graduated, I was submitting all of my demo tapes to all the different radio stations. And then WBCN at the time,
Yeah.
their morning show was Toucher and Rich. They got a hold of my demo tape, and they created this publicity stunt that I was trying to take over Rich's job on the show. So that turned into having me record parody songs for them. And for over 13 years, I wrote and recorded parody songs for them.
Oh my gosh.
I performed at the Wilbur Theater twice. They had their 10th anniversary in 2016. I performed there, and then I performed again in 2022.
Oh my gosh. And then what? Then 103 was Oldies 103 was taken over in what year?
Yeah, so in 2012,
Yeah.
June 28th, they flipped to AMP Radio, which was top 40.
Yeah.
And then in 2021, it flipped again to what it is now, which is Big 103, which is adult hits from like the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, that's fun. You do a lot on that. You do New Year's Eve.
I do a
Okay.
New Year's Eve show. Every Sunday I host the Doo-Wop Diner, which is the best of the 50s and early 60s.
Now you can go on the road because at our event you'll be doing a show, right? You'll be live.
Yep.
So you can go on the road with that, I guess. Like if
Yep.
you went to, where's the diner you go to?
There's the 60s Diner, which is in Norwood. Actually, one of the gift cards that we're going to be raffling off is the 60s Diner.
Wow. So that's fun. Do you
Yeah.
ever have guests?
You won
on
the
your-
gift card.
I did. We haven't gone
You
yet.
haven't gone yet?
But
you really got to go. It's
I know
really, really
we
good
do.
food.
I know, we do. But it seems like every Monday when we plan to go, something comes up. But that looks fun too. Do you ever have like guests on your live? Not really.
No, I haven't really done anything like that, but people can send in requests and I'll give them shout outs and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay, good. Now, Al, you're very busy too. You've got lots going on in your life.
We just finished up our spring program for Saturday Night Live at the
Yep.
Legion, so I have a little time off to regroup. But I will be at the Festa all 5 nights, and we are doing the beach party in conjunction with the ALA, and that's all going to be used as part of our generational fundraiser that we're having at the American Legion Post 440 in Newton,
Yeah,
because we need a new roof and a new parking
Yeah.
lot.
yeah.
And we're looking at about $600,000 to replace the 2 of them.
And it is
yeah.
connected to the vets in the way that
Yeah.
if we don't keep this open and do the repairs, then the vets won't have any place.
Yeah, well,
in-
that's the Post
so that's
440
why.
is there for the veterans.
that's the mission.
That is our mission.
Yep.
Yes, you might have had your first communion there, or your parents might have got married there. You might have got married there. You might have had a mercy meal after a wake there.
Yeah.
But these are all things that we do not only to help the community, but to keep this place open for the
Right.
veterans.
Right.
Because that's our main purpose, is to be there for the veterans. Now, I didn't serve. I'm in the Sons of the American Legion because my grandfather served in World War II, but that gives me the opportunity to go in, do what I do, so I can help make a difference, hopefully.
Yeah. No, I think I'd like to think we do.
Yeah.
You know, I want to talk about one event that we both do, although I'm not sure you're doing it this summer with us, the cookout.
Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, with the Veterans Cook, I can't be there.
You can't make it this year,
I
but
can't,
you're
no.
always there.
Yes.
And the thing that I found about that is when we do this, we take the veterans come and they do a boat ride, and then there's a cookout. And Kevin sings, and you know they get treated like kings. We wait on them, and what I get out of that is they want someone to talk to that will sit and listen. And I think some of them that may be home and could be a little isolated, I think that helps them. And we sit and we'll listen. We'll walk with them and listen. And I think that is just so important to them that they can talk about anything, tell their stories to us. And I find it very important to them. I feel we help them emotionally and we do the best we can. But I do think with Saturday Night Live, we have veterans that come to that. And it reminds me sometimes of Cheers. Everyone walks in. When you go in there, you're part of the family. You're part of the veteran family, and you're part of the either American Legion Auxiliary, the SALs, Sons of the American Legion, or American Legionnaires. And you walk through the door, and it's an amazing experience to watch. Everyone cares about each other. Everyone supports each other. And, you know, on a night when maybe there's only maybe 25 people there, we still do it, and we give it our all because there are veterans there. And it's an amazing experience. It really, I don't know if it was started out to be like that, but it is definitely home away from home where veterans feel comfortable, can play Keno, and go have a drink at the bar and see people they know. And they're just so respected.
Well, we try to make it an open and comfortable atmosphere.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to be a member of any of those organizations. This is open to the public.
Yep.
And I get people that come that have never been before, that don't know what we're doing. And at the end of the night, they come up to me and tell me how welcome they felt.
Yeah.
And a lot of them come back.
They do, yes.
We've got a lot of regulars, and we've got a lot of irregulars. But we have a good time.
We do.
And yeah.
And everyone is welcome. And I know all of us, you're chaplain
Yes.
for the men's group, I'm chaplain, and no one, and including us in our chaplain role, we always are ready to either talk to a veteran or wife or daughter of a veteran if they have any issues. And I think it's evolved into something no one saw coming. Just the humanity, the compassion that we all have for each other. It's a great place. And I'm glad you're coming.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
you're coming.
Yeah.
So that we're doing our event August 9th. Alan, we'll talk a little bit about you. You're both are graduates from Newton High. So
Yes.
No.
hometown.
Oh.
You're
I
not.
graduated from Catholic Memorial.
CM. Oh.
Did you play hockey?
No.
Oh,
I didn't stand up on skates to save my
okay. They
life.
got a great hockey program.
They do, yes. I was there during their prime years with Coach Hansen.
Oh, okay.
I had him for 10th grade biology. And he was just as foul-mouthed in the classroom as he was in the
On the
hockey
ice?
rink, yeah.
But your mom and your dad were from Newton? Your mom?
My mom's originally from Newton.
Yep, William Street, West Newton.
Yep. And my dad grew up in Winchester.
Winchester.
But he lived, he bought a house in Newton back in 73, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, so I grew up in Newton. I was
Yeah.
born in 1985.
Yep.
I grew up here, and I
Here you
don't
are.
live in Newton anymore, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
it's still home away from home for me.
Yeah, you still have family here, and you're always at the Post, or now this year the Festa. Yeah, it's a good, both of you, and you're born, raised, and have been here.
I've been in Newton
Born,
all my
raised,
life.
stayed, yeah. North.
Newton North,
I want to
class
ask
of
the
82.
Class of 82.
82. So I graduated 3 years before you were born.
Let's not go there. Let's not talk about that. So 43 years you've been out.
Yeah, and I went back in the 90s and I covered Miss McKinney's maternity leave in the Tigers Loft culinary program. So I actually got an opportunity to go back and teach at the high school, and it was a wonderful experience. It was really nice to be able to interact with some of the teachers that made a difference in my life
Yeah.
as a peer, as opposed to just a student. It was a really great
so true.
experience.
Yeah. You're also a lawyer.
Yes, I am.
You're excellent lawyer too, by
Why,
the
thank
way.
you.
And then you're a chef.
I
You're
am.
what did you graduate as? Associates with?
I got an associate's degree in culinary arts, a bachelor's degree in food service management from Johnson & Wales.
Wow.
And then later in life, I went to New England Law,
Yeah.
and I've got a Juris Doctorate, so I can practice law.
I practice law.
Yeah.
I always say when we have fundraisers that I want to raffle off a night with Al Cicconelli where he prepares a dinner. You have to buy everything, but he prepares a dinner. I think that would be one of the best raffles of all time. But he has said, I'd rather not. And we respect
He
that.
posts the food that he makes up on Facebook.
I know
and
he does.
You could get fat just looking at it.
I know
It's so
every
good.
day. That's right. What's for lunch? Do you have a favorite recipe?
I like to cook Asian fusion stuff,
Really?
where I mix Asian with American things, and that's where I really like to go.
Really?
I always have a thing of fish sauce and black bean sauce in my refrigerator.
Really?
Yeah, and I'll be cooking something, and I'll say, "Oh, that little black bean might go good with this."
And you bake as well.
I do bake. It's not one of my favorite things to do, but I've been known to bake a cake for somebody's birthday.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Well, thank you.
I've been known
Yeah.
to eat a few pieces of that. Delicious. You're absolutely great. You really are.
Thank you.
So just a little bit, because I want to make sure people know about the Festa, because there's going to be huge talents there. There always is. But I think I have the rundown. It starts on a Wednesday. Is that the 16th, I
Yes.
think? And so you'll be there.
Yep.
So and of course, as you said, 5 o'clock we'll sing Amore. That's Amore. And then you'll come on. And I think the first one, Reminiscence?
Yeah, the Reminiscence.
Reminiscence. And
They're
then
a great act. They actually, when Oldies 103 had their free summer concerts, they would be the opening acts for some of the big acts.
Really?
Like, I forget who they've opened up for, but they opened up for quite a few of them over the years.
I bet. Do they go? Are they on Waltham Common sometimes?
Yes, they've done Waltham
they've
Common.
done
They're all
Waltham
over the
Common,
place.
yeah.
Have we had them at Saturday night or?
No, we haven't. They're a
too
little
big?
bigger than
Yeah.
what we normally get. Yeah.
Okay, then there's at 8 o'clock Timeless. I don't know who Timeless. I
Yeah, they do like
I should, but I
stuff from
don't.
the 60s up to now.
okay.
So it's a mix of all different kinds of songs.
60s to now. Okay, then Thursday is opening.
Is
6
the
o'clock.
Tyler Morris Family Band.
Yes. Do we
Yeah.
have them?
We've had Tyler at the Legion many times.
Yeah.
We've had his Van Halen tribute
That's right.
upstairs, but we've also had his regular band down on Saturday Night Live at the Legion twice, I believe, and he has been the guest at our free first Wednesday of the month Larry Young Blues Jam twice.
Yeah. Let's talk a little about that.
Yeah.
The Larry Young Blues Jam.
Well, on the first Wednesday of the month, excluding January and July, we have a blues jam, and that consists of we have a house band, and we bring in a guest, and they play the first set, and then we get people up to play. So if you play the guitar, if you play the bass, if you like me and play the trombone, we'll get you up there.
Have you been up playing? Have you played?
Yeah, I've played. Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah.
How did I miss that? Wow.
I usually sneak up, because I'm running the night.
Yeah,
It's hard for me to
yeah.
get up for 3 songs with a group. But if I get up, if I hear a song, I have my trombone all set, and I'll get up and I'll join in.
Yeah. And that is we do that. You do that in honor of Larry Young,
Honor of
who
Larry Young.
was
yeah.
one of the most generous. His family, his wife Sandy Young, the most generous people. They realize the importance of the Post 440, and they contribute whenever they can. And Mrs. Young has kept up that tradition. So it's a great reason to celebrate and get together.
Yeah, he
and
was
it's
he
a
was
fun
patron
night.
of the arts, a dear
Yep.
friend, and
Yeah.
just a wonderful human.
Yeah, interesting man. He you could ask him anything, and he would he would tell you in a nice way, like not telling you what to do, but his view on it. Great guy.
He really was.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Very missed, but
Very.
special guy. And then I'm trying to think. Then we stopped the Saturday Night Live for the summer, but we are doing our August 2nd event, the beach party.
Yep.
And then,
And then on that following Wednesday,
yep,
we have the Larry Young Blues Jam
okay.
with Aaron Thornton from Aaron Thornton and the Soul Drivers. He's
Really?
going to be our guest. And it just happens that the guitar player in our house band used to also be in the Soul Drivers. So it's going to be a fun night. And that's
Now-
a free night.
Oh,
And if you can be here on a Wednesday night,
Yeah.
you want to be here. Even if you don't play, this
Yeah.
is going to be fun.
Is that posted anywhere?
I posted all over Facebook.
On Facebook?
On the Saturday Night Live at the
Yes.
Legion page, at my page, at the Real Lake page, at the Lake page, 365 things to do in Newton. The Waltham residence page. Now I just got allowed to post on the Watertown page, so it'll be there.
Really?
Yep. So I posted in a lot of places.
Okay, and when you post it, I share it, so
Oh,
it
thank you.
can be found. And you can always call the post
Yeah.
if you want to do something fun. So we'll be busy. We'll start up again in September. There's lots going on. I don't want to get into September now because I want to focus on the Festa and
I
our
would
event.
like to talk about October 17th, though.
Yes.
We're doing a generational fundraiser,
Yes.
like I mentioned, at the American Legion Post 440 in Newton. And on October 17th, we are having a Vegas night.
Yeah.
We do have two main sponsors, Honda Village and the Village Bank.
Yeah.
And it just goes with the theory that it takes a village.
Right.
And we are looking for sponsors for the gaming tables for the Vegas night, and we also have ad book opportunities. So if anybody would like to put an ad or maybe sponsor a table, you can get in touch with me. Also, if you'd just like to go and show up, it's going to be a fun night. Tickets will be available at the door. Admission will include a certain amount of gambling
Yep.
chips. It's going to be fun.
It is.
We really appreciate all the help that we've gotten so far, and I'd like to thank anybody else that would like to help in advance, because this is something that we really need to do to keep this place open for the veterans.
Absolutely. And I find that the sponsors, they're very reasonable. You don't have to be a high roller to sponsor a $5,000 donation. You can go down for the ad book as low as $100, $500 if you like. But any help you can give the Post. Again, it's a great home away from home for veterans that really need people in their lives. They cannot be isolated. We hear every day about the suicides and the loneliness, and this is a place that makes a difference, not just to the Newton people, but everyone, every veteran. So please, I hope you will donate. You can call the Post 440. You can always email me at virginiagardner@aol.com or find me through New TV. But I hope you'll help, because we owe everything to our veterans. And this is something that you can do by even writing a check for an ad book and just say thank you. Or if you want to recognize a family member, and you can donate in their name. So I hope you'll join us, and I hope you come back next time when we will be having 3 people that connected to the afterlife. Thank you. Bye-bye.